So, I believe we left off last time with everybody kind of slowly, one by one, waking up in their Bacta tanks. At least the people that ended up in Bacta tanks, which was almost everybody. Oh, hi, Hazel. Of course you come right when I start talking. We had Kana and Marcy and Tia and Kane all ended up in Bacta tanks. We did do a quick session to finish up Kane's combat between last session and this session. Kane's really fucked up. It did not heal any of his critical injuries while in the Bacta tank, so he's got a fun time ahead of him. It really fucked up his leg.
No, poor Kane.
Yep. It's still there. It could have been a lot worse.
At least you didn't lose it.
Just barely avoided losing it. Barely.
If you lose it, you could get a cool cyber leg, though.
Fine.
And the girls had all woken up, so we will start the session with Kane slowly coming to inside the Bacta tank. Kane's probably been in a Bacta tank once in all of his traipsing around with the Master Hylomia as a Padawan. End up in a Bacta tank exactly once. Not a fun experience, but it's not overly surprising either. As your eyes kind of slowly open against this blue kind of green glare, and you feel, even though you feel weightless almost, feel the ache and the soreness kind of settle over your body, and just this dull throb continuing in your leg. Not pain, just like a bone-deep bruise all over your leg. And you kind of slowly open your eyes, and you can see the others outside the tank getting settled on cots, and a nurse moving towards your tank and towards the senters at the front to take a look at it. And everybody else can see Kane starting to kind of regain consciousness and look around in his own tank.
Yeah, there's a moment where he first gains consciousness and starts to panic, look around, like, where am I? What happened? And he can't obviously whip his head around to look very quickly because of the just liquid. And it takes him a brief moment to realize, like, okay, I'm here. Look around, do a quick head count, see that everyone is accounted for that he remembers, and then just close his eyes and then feel the incredibly bad ache in his leg. Which, Bacta tanks, I assume part of his legs are exposed, like he's wearing probably like board shorts or something inside of the Bacta tank. So his leg is probably just, his left leg is just super gnarly looking, like bad, like blaster wound of some kind.
Healed, more or less. However, for the kind of green skin tone that is a Murialan's, you can see just kind of these streaks of pink scarring that are kind of just barely healed all up and down the leg.
But he will see the nurse coming up to help him escape the tank, and he just leans back and tink to the back of his head against the tank as he is slowly released from his liquidy vertical bed.
It takes them a couple of minutes to check over vitals. You see the nurse and the doctor talking back and forth for for a second before the liquid slowly starts to drain and the hiss of the top of the tank opening, and somebody has started to climb out to help pull you out and disconnect the mast that is over your face. And immediately, as soon as you're out of the tank, wrap you in this kind of large cross between a towel and a blanket to get you over to a cot while you regain your bearings a little bit.
It's very, like, will Kane actually require a cane or something, like, to assist him in walking, because he has a bad, very, very bad limp?
He does have a very bad limp. Let me pull this up and double check what you have again.
The cane.
Kane's cane. Kuzco's poison. The cane for Kane.
Ah, yes, the cane.
And specifically to Kane.
Whoa.
Can be made out of a sugar cane.
You did this, Joe.
That's not entirely me.
No, it was.
You were like begging to get maimed. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yep.
Yeah,
We all
this is
do.
your doing.
It wasn't there, but I believe it.
No,
I
that's not
think
true.
you got one of them twice, correct?
Yeah, I have them written down.
What are they again?
The crippled, fearsome wound, which is the one that I got twice, and hamstrung.
Okay. End of the encounter.
They really did just fuck up your leg. Hey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, fearsome wound and hamstrung are no longer affecting you. However, crippled will continue to affect you until it's healed. So anything that was going to require the use of that leg is going to add an additional purple to the difficulty of the check. So whatever I say, add an extra purple to it.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's fine.
And it is, because it is not a lost limb, I will leave it up to you as to how much help you want to kind of RP out Kane having. Although I will tell you that no matter what, walking does not feel great.
Good. Great. Perfect. For the sake of his dignity, I am going to propose that he has a brace of some kind to put in around his leg so that he does not have a cane, because I could not stand it.
This is a hospital
Pun
ship.
intended.
Is not beyond the realm of possibility for them to have some sort of brace or support that they can help put on your leg. That
Oh
is
my
probably
God.
is a, like, not even just like one of those like little Velcro braces that just go around the knee. It's like a full on a metal hard plastic thing that goes almost from like hip and groin all the way down to ankle to help you right now.
Oh, I hate those things.
Yep.
I was a klutz as a kid. I had to deal with those a lot.
Good, then you'll be nice to Kane.
No.
But Kane looks like an absolute just sad bag of puppies.
You see, the nurse helps him out and helps him over to a cot, and they take their time of like making sure that he is okay, and then kind of helping to put on this brace and explaining it to him and helping him like know how, like, double check that he can figure out how to take it on and off himself, in the kind of maintenance of it. As that is going on, I imagine Kane would have at least the wherewithal to notice a kind of a weird dynamic going on with the girls. A kind of high-strung, unhappy Kana at the moment, which is not necessarily in and of itself weird, but it looks like Tia was, from what I remember, trying to comfort her a little bit. And Marcy, Iffy, Alexa, and Thesme, all in various states of either amusement, confusion, or, if I remember Thesme's introduction, still kind of a Chihuahua panic is the way that I would describe it.
Close enough.
Is nobody else gonna talk?
Kane's not. He is not gonna initiate conversation, but he sees everyone and will like meekly wave as he is helped out and hooked up.
Oh, you're just opening it up for me then.
Kana would have recognized that Caden was getting helped out and would have been like keeping a side eye on him and trying to listen to the conversation about the brace or whatever, but not actively pointing him out. As she listens to also the conversation that everyone else is frustrating her with, I guess.
I'll go over to Kane then. Hey, Kaney, how you doing? How's the leg? I
He,
just looks down to the brace.
yeah, he looks at his leg, which is just absolutely covered in scar tissue, and he's just like, it's still there. So, I guess I can't complain too much.
You next time you go to somewhere like that, tell people, okay? Because we thought you went in the other direction.
He opens his mouth to say something, and then closes his mouth and just nods, like, yeah. Fair point. Tried to be quick about it, and that was not the most wise decision. What happened?
Well, you passed out in front of a turret.
Pauses to think about it. Slow recollection comes to his head and just nods. And what happened after that?
Well, I got shot once or twice, but I pulled you out of there. No problem.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry to have dragged you into all of that.
Nah, it's cool. Just don't try and be a hero, okay?
His pride is wounded, but he kind of nods and just goes, you don't have to worry about that from me anymore. At least not with this. And he
Hey,
kind of rattles his leg.
I wasn't saying that to insult you. There's only so much that some people can do by themselves. And, I know you Jedi like helping people, but don't do it at the cost of your own life. You die, that's it, you know?
He nods. Well, thank you again.
Oh, I'm not done with you. I got
He
something for you as a get well soon present.
looks up questioningly now, like, oh?
I got this, and she's gonna pull out the reek blade that she got from the Wookiee.
The what blade?
I don't know if I pronounced that correctly.
I don't know what it is, even.
It's this like big ass scimitar looking sword.
Yo.
It's It's spelled RYYK.
Yeah. I'm on visual aid. There we go.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yo.
Who needs a walking stick when you got one of those?
Yeah.
True dat.
Kane looks at it and like just kind of blinks. Where did you get this?
I killed it from a Wookiee, or I got it from a Wookiee I killed.
Well, there's a moment as he's processing, and then he looks up and like kind of squints his eyes, and you can see him trying to put all the puzzle pieces together, and he's not quite getting it, but he will like tentatively ask, Bacta was involved?
Yep, she was behind it all. I'll save that I told you so's for later.
Damn. Looks genuinely like, how did I miss that? Shit. Oh. Well, thank you. This is,
Yeah.
this is a fine thing to wake up to.
Yeah.
Fine a thing
At
as
some
I could have
point
hoped.
in the past, Joe, would Kane have shown like hesitancy to use his lightsaber at all? Like, I kind of
Yes.
picked up on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so he looks at this and he does have an appreciation for it. So he's like turning it over and looking at it and admiring the craftsmanship, and has not seen like a Kashyyyk like Wookiee style weapon before, at least not this close. And he's kind of enamored with it.
Yeah. I don't know
And
why,
he's-
but you don't seem willing to use that Jedi blade of yours, so there you go. Use that one.
He just turns it over on his lap and just looks at it and kind of drums his fingers along the edge of the blade. Thank you for this. Really. And for saving my life.
Mm-hmm. And I did one more thing for you because I'm such a nice person. I had chocolate-covered strawberries delivered to Kana for you. You're welcome. And with that, she'll just turn and walk off.
Like, looking at the sword, half listening. She's gone, looks up and just goes, "What?"
I think Amy recorded the stats for the Reek Blade.
Yep.
So
Here, I screenshot. Here you go, friend.
Nice. I can barely use it, but I can use
You are
it.
just strong enough.
That's a fun.
Hey.
It's a heavy sword.
Thick,
It's designed for a
three
Wookiee.
C's. Thick with 3 C's.
Critical
1 C
too,
for
as
every
well.
cumbersome.
Yeah, critical 2 is a big point, and the
Mhm.
damage 7.
That's fucking sick.
Hell yeah. Is that this? That's the blade that fucking knocked out Tia, right?
Yup.
Oh boy.
A little bit of
That bastard.
PTSD.
Is
Is
there
it-
a little bit of blood on this handle?
I would have cleaned it.
So yep, it looks like Mary Holland blood, huh?
As this exchange is happening, the nurses have gone to the little cupboard behind the Bacta tank in which Kane was inside and opened it up, and out of the locker pulled out his various items and inventory and such. Brought it over to the cot and sat it down beside him. And much like Kana, when you kind of look towards the data pad at the top of your stuff, you see a couple of notifications from Lissy and Atreyu. Not anywhere near as many as Kana, but there's a handful of them. Not quite sure when or how they managed to get your specific number, but they got it when you were at the compound.
Nervous sweating immediately, and will slowly reach over to the data pad. Oh boy. He will answer whatever their messages were, and I assume they are wanting like a full detail of like what the shit, man.
Pretty much, you get at first there's you can guess roughly close to the time that Kana went down was the first message from Lissy. A little bit thereafter, and just a very firm what is going on, essentially. And then a little bit after that, and a message from Atreyu that's pretty much the same thing, a little bit less threatening, a little bit more casual. And then there is another message from Lissy of like, somebody needs to tell me what's happening. And then there's this extended pause several hours later, and it is a message from Atreyu that's just very simply, gunships hurt, huh?
Oh boy. We're gonna address these. But not right this second.
There's a reason. There's a reason Kana's data pad is to the side, facing down right now.
She opened the phone when she woke up, looked at it, saw like 60 messages, turned it off, and put it down.
Nope. I can deal with that later.
The hole has already been dug.
This is really
for me to climb
important.
out.
Oh my god. Tia's probably trying to get her to like you should at least let them know you're awake.
10-15 more minutes won't hurt any.
I have a feeling that she knows you're awake and it's just going to make it worse. So maybe just one message? She like slide the data pads. Where she's sitting like next to Kana, I imagine the data pad's in between them. She slowly slides it an inch towards Kana.
You just want to see me suffer, don't you?
What? No, never.
Eyebrow
Mostly.
raise.
No, but you do know that it's just going to be worse if you just ignore them. Because she knows everything. She knows you're awake, probably. And it's only going to get worse if you just put it off. So just one message. Just one. It could even just be a hi. Just one message. It's really simple. You see, you just put your finger on the datapad right there.
Yeah, see, but if I come back with good news, it'll be less of a problem. You know, won't seem as bad.
Okay, well, you being awake is good news. Start with that.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
No, I'm not. I mean, if you want, Connor, you know what? Leave it to me. I can message for you.
I got it.
No, are you sure?
Nope, I got it.
No, I can just do this real quick for you. I can summarize everything.
She is pushing Tia's shoulder as she pulls the data pad to the other side of her. Like, okay, fine.
Triumphant grin. But she is going to read over Connor's shoulder.
This is exactly what she didn't want. You are so nosy.
Shut up. Just look, read the scroll down.
Does Kana start to read the messages?
So, question: data pads. Do they have like? They're like phones where you can kind of see like the first bit of the messages, right?
Sure.
Even
On
more
a scale,
should they
on a
have
scale,
read
on a scale from 1 to 10, how escalated is this? Does the tone seem?
The first couple that you see from Lissy and Atreyu are not abnormal for either of them. There's been other times where Kana has not necessarily got this injured, but has been in some not deep shit, but almost deep shit. And has gotten the messages of like, hey, are you okay? Are you alive? Do you need help? It's starting a little amped up from Lissy, a little less so from Atreyu, and then as time goes on, goes, okay, there's one shortly after, there's like actually about 3 or 4 shortly after you go down from Lissy, and one from Atreyu. And then there's about an hour or 2 gap. And there's another kind of burst from both of them at this point. It's like, Moore, are you okay? Why aren't you responding? Do you need help? Do we need to send somebody? I can send Telsey to help you. Telsey has a squadron right now. And
Hana has a horrified look on her face when she reads that.
there's another pause, and there's one more, like, are you okay? And then you just see Lissy send a message of, I'll talk to Vialexa. Who you assume has told Lissy what has happened. I believe you said, Piper, that Vialexa would have told you what she
Absolutely.
was.
In detail. In detail. With bullet notes as well.
And then there's another kind of long pause, and the first one to come back is Atreyu. Of the only part of the message that you see is cat's question mark. And then Lissy a few minutes later. This was not supposed to happen.
You cut out. I don't know if that was me or you though.
So the last message that you get from Lissy, the only part of the message you can see from the notification is, this was not supposed to happen.
Any other important things as she scrolls through it all?
No, other than just mentions of like, are you okay? Atreyu goes on for a little bit, which you assume to be teasing after the cat's question mark. And Lissy did threaten at least twice to send Telsey your direction if you needed help.
Threaten?
Considering Kane is with you, yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, threaten. She'll take it all in, but respond back saying, I am awake. To Lissy, she'll say, I am awake. We're all awake. Gosh, a lot happened. I'm assuming Vialexa told you? And she'll leave it at that. And she'll basically tell Atreyu I'm good. I'm awake. And yes, cats, big ones.
And you send that to Lissy, and there is no response at at least not for now.
Mm-hmm.
Not abnormal for Lissy, that she has moments where she can just send a whole bunch of messages, and then long periods of time where she can't.
Mm.
Atreyu, you get about 5 minutes before there is a response of, you're gonna have so much survival training after this.
Physically groaning.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, says hi. She's here too, by the way.
There is essentially a another couple minutes, and then a Tia ! Hi. You owe me 5 credits still.
What? How does he remember that?
I mean, you know him. You know him as well as I do.
That was so long ago. Really? 5 credits? He's going to hold on to 5 credits. Fine.
I can take it to him if you want.
What?
I mean, I'm sure we're going to be heading back to the compound at some point.
Here's the
Unless
thing.
you plan on joining.
Here's the thing, Connor. I'd rather not pay him 5 credits. I feel like he cheated. You know, the whole Jedi thing. I don't think he's above cheating, so I feel like it's not fair.
Just because he's a Jedi doesn't mean he cheated.
But it is Atreyu. He probably did cheat.
Unless you can prove it.
I'll get the Jedi Force radar. I can't prove it, but I know he did. I had a winning hand, and he just all of a sudden had one. So I think he cheated. So it's not
Have
fair.
you considered he might be better at gambling than you are?
See, now that just hurts my feelings.
That's what you get for being nosy.
I'm not nosy. I simply just wanted to say hi to a dear friend. That's all. I was not reading over your shoulder the entire time.
Don't you have your own datapad?
But yours is so much more interesting.
She just kind of, shoves T in the shoulder a bit.
That's a little sore. Still, don't deserve that.
Maybe if you weren't so close, you wouldn't get nudged.
I want to call that a nudge. You think he'd be up for double or nothing? But no, he's probably just going to cheat again. I guess I can give him 5 credits. Don't like it though.
Just rolling your eyes.
It's about the principle of it. It's not fair. Either way, she's gonna nudge Tia now. See, it wasn't that hard.
You play Tia?
Oh yeah, you're right. Tia is going to nudge Kana now. And it's just see, it wasn't that hard to match them. Look, it's just little tappy taps on the datapad.
It's It's a lot more than just taps, and you know it.
Well,
Which, back to more important things. She'll turn to Issy and Vilexa and Thesey. So, there was no other information then that was gotten from Genty.
Nope.
Nothing to speak of. Keep saying he's innocent, but I don't know about that.
And I'm assuming you guys weren't able to get anything more off of the doctor's investigation on the murder.
Nope.
Well, what we got was what we got, and I gotta say, we did make quite a few credits, though.
Yeah,
True,
we made some money.
And you would not
Wonderful.
believe the gossip on this ship. I mean, people are hooking up left and right here in the closet. I don't think any place in here is entirely sterile, to be honest with you.
oh my god, really? Seriously?
Yeah,
You'd think in a hospital, of all places.
I guess they're just stressed.
Oh, sweetie, you have no idea where people can check up sometimes.
I thought that maybe
Hey.
they'd want to keep the hospital sterile at least.
Kane hearing this, like, you guys are all in the same room, right? So
Yes.
Kane
Yeah.
can hear, like, bits and pieces of this and is like, what? Gets up from his chair and starts to, like, awkwardly hobble over. He's like, what are you... What is this conversation about? Ow.
People fucking.
Hi there! Do you need help sitting down?
No, I'm fine.
If he will walk over and help him sit down.
I'm not an old man, but thank you.
Yeah, you're not an old man, but you are a man, so you're delicate, and, you know.
Ouch.
Kane is somewhere between, like, frustrated and happy to be ribbed again for his gender by his friend boss.
You're Frost. If he looks down at the bracelet, hey, we gotta get you one of those custom ones. It's prettier to look at, because I don't know if I can have you walking around in that.
Well, they didn't really give me a wide variety to choose from.
Well, of course they didn't. That's why I'm here. God.
Oh, we can give him a wheelchair. That'll help him move around.
Oh
You
no,
like
I can
really
still,
nice ones.
They make ones that hover.
can still walk. I just need a little time to catch up, is all.
Did they mention how long it'll take to heal?
Looks over at Kana, immediately looks away from Kana, and just kind of anywhere but, and will be like, not really. Just another maybe week or so of rest. Maybe 2 or 3. It depends on how stressed or how much stress I put on it.
Sounds like you definitely need a wheelchair then.
I don't. No. It'll be fine. I'll be alright. But it's good to see you all in high spirits about whatever drama you've found on this ship. My bed's clean, right?
I would not bet on that.
And just goes, hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, where are we going?
Well, after you.
No, you can go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, well, seems like the doctor so far has been a dead end.
Hey, that's a little too soon, ain't it?
No, it's a dead end.
Oh my gosh.
Kana brings her hand up to her temple and rubs it slightly. Point, we still need to figure out the Bacta smuggling.
Well, we still have that casino lead.
I don't know about yous, but I could use a bit more gambling in my life. I mean, oof. Don't get me wrong. They're performing a vital service here. But if I have to spend one more day smelling this antiseptic smell, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Hey, I lent you some of my perfume.
And, it has been working really well for me. Where did you say those flowers were from?
Oh, I got those back home at Zeltron, actually. There's this technique where you, crush them, and you add a little bit of oil, and it really brings up the smell.
Man, we gotta get on that.
Oh, you are going to love Zeltron.
If I may interrupt here. First of all, I also would like to get on that as well if you ever go back there. Second of all, you're all investigating Bacta smuggling? I'm sorry, can I get more information on that?
Oh, yeah. So, I'm an ambassador now, I guess. And part of what I've been tasked with doing, if I want to look good for folks, is tracking down this Bacta smuggling ring. Reason we came here at all is because we heard the good doctor had some information regarding it. But he croaked before we got here, so we didn't exactly get to have much of it. We did hear that there might be some going on at this casino, though.
Right.
There was a name that was given, if I remember correctly.
I do not remember it.
Hang on. I think notes were taken by me, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I took notes, and I stopped taking notes once Amy started taking notes. So let me see if this.
Y'all can take notes too,
Nah.
Nah, this
We're
was
good.
before Amy.
Y'all are spoiled as fuck.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
Notes.
What?
My notes would be mostly memes that you could understand, but they'd also be just comedy.
Okay. I've
Got
got
an R? I think?
Ranchi. Yeah, I've got a Ranchi.
Yeah.
And I've got a Lily K.
Y'all are fucking spoiled. I'm gonna go on strike.
As Kana flips through her data pad, I guess, for notes, question mark.
Kana would take notes. Emulate
Connor
your
would
character.
take notes.
Yeah, those names. Mention those names.
Right.
Did you get the
That
spelling
thing.
for Ranchi? Because I'm trying to make sure that I have it spelled the same.
Oh, I have
Ranchi?
RANCHE.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, ranch.
Ranch dressing.
RANCHEE. Tied to Bacta smuggling ring. Okay. It's like, okay. Third of all, she's gonna turn to Iffy. Is it possible to tag along with this?
Well, of course it is. I mean, we'll have to move some of the rooms around on the ship, but it's nothing we haven't done before. Although, usually we just, cut into Kane's room, and it don't feel right doing that now. He might actually need a bed.
I wouldn't want to take his bed.
Please don't take my bed.
I mean,
No, you can
He is
keep your bed.
used-
Don't worry.
Tia's used to sleeping in a chair, isn't she?
Or on top of the
Depends.
lights.
Yeah.
I'm flexible.
Well, if that's the case, then we got plenty of room, and I got plenty of crates.
I would prefer at least a chair or a couch.
Well, the chairs would. Well, see,
We have
here's what
plenty
happened.
of room. Don't worry.
had the most luxurious chairs, right? And then we got into this business on Aberfar, and now the chairs, they just haven't been the same.
You can't get good chairs these days.
No, you can't. What's up with that?
I don't know, but you know what? I will talk to someone for you.
You got a chair guy?
Of course I do. Don't you?
My chair guy's back in the cluster.
I mean, wouldn't it be a chair girl for you?
No, this one was actually a man. That's why he's working in manufacturing.
You guys only have one? I have multiple chair guys.
Not that kind of chair, these.
Oh.
You know what? Don't worry. I will find you the best chairs I can. As long as I can join your crew. At least for a little while.
If you're bringing new chairs, you can stay as long as you like. I cannot tell you the amount of back pain I've been suffering.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. But don't worry, I'll find you the best chairs I can.
Things that
But-
weren't on Z's notes for today. Chairs.
Yeah, it's not even that, because I'm used to just random improv, but this whole conversation and the interjections in it, just solidifying that it's fucking hurting cats in this game.
We're
Alright.
going in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely,
Okay.
yes, but
Just not the way you
hurting
want
cats.
to go.
Alright.
Glad that you'll be joining us. That being said, we are going to a casino, but please try and keep in mind this is for a mission.
Sure,
Connor,
sure. For the mission.
I am completely professional.
Professional cheetah, right?
Ooh.
I've never cheated.
What was that? I didn't catch it.
I would never cheat.
See, you say that, but the numbers don't add up.
I
They
think
don't
they
add
add
up.
up if you consider that I could win.
Against me?
Well, that is what happened, right?
Oh, no. Kane is like waving, don't do this, and then like, oh.
That happened over the HoloNet. You would never win against me in person.
And you did choose to stay out of the tournament that we held.
If he will turn and look sidelong at my Alexa. Now, that may be so, but I don't lose often.
That was actually directed at
Oh,
Tia,
sorry.
not me.
My hearing's a little shot because
That's
of the
okay.
sinus thing.
Your-
So.
Your tournament that you held while she was in a
Whilst-
back
Oh yes, my bad.
Hey,
Like-
pettiness has no limit.
Well, sorry to have missed that. But we do have a game scheduled for tomorrow night, right? We'll see who wins
Yeah.
then.
You better
I'll
not miss
deal.
it.
Your deal. Right. Alright, sure. Though I do need a little bit more information. You're talking about taking on a Bacta smuggling ring.
What do you need to know?
Well,
We
if
don't
I'm...
really have any information.
You don't have anything?
We know there is one.
We got a bit. We got some names to work with, and we know one of them fellas was, doing a bit of smuggling around the asteroid belts out of Rim, but, other than that... Oh, you know what? We do got these photos, though. The doctor, he stopped by there quite a bit, actually, with that redhead broad.
Oh, yeah. The one thieves made drugged.
I think you mean stopped from committing murder?
Wait, what?
Wrongfully,
defense-
I might add.
In defense of Tia, or well, in defense of these mates, it did work.
Hey, you drugged somebody? Nice.
It wasn't even.
You almost got your head shot off.
I
Yeah,
would-
but
That's why I was there. I was helping.
Yeah, let her cook.
Oh, you were helping, huh? If I hadn't been there, she would be dead. And we would have had.
You don't know that.
I will say,
I-
in the intervening few days, because Thisme has been awake and conscious, you've had to duck around a couple of corners pretty fast. Because she has been on the ship and in a very, very bad mood.
The come down's always hard.
I gotta say though, that's a really elegant move. You don't see that outside of the cluster. You got
Thank you.
chutzpah.
I'm just surprised it
was.
was.
Chutzpah in a Star Wars game.
Space chutzpah.
I'm honestly just surprised it worked.
Anyway, back to the smugglers.
Righty. Is that really all the information you have so far?
Yeah, you know, figured we'd just swing by the casino, see what's going on, get our little fingers into things, listen around. I'm sure we'd hear something before too long.
Right.
Unless you got more info on these fellas.
I don't know why I would.
Tia, you've not heard anything specifically about Bacta smuggling or anything of the like. You are aware that there is smuggling of medical devices and black market organs and such that have happened, and you've come across those people once or twice, but it's always been specific to devices or organs or sometimes drugs, but not Bacta specifically. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but it is a little strange. Bacta is very, very, very valuable and kind of a rare commodity, so it's usually so tightly controlled that people can't smuggle it.
I don't know why I wouldn't know anything about it. Other than I'm surprised they're able to smuggle it. I thought it was more restricted.
You could smuggle anything if you try hard enough.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Right, so with effort then. Alright, well, I'm in. I don't have any plans for the next few weeks anyway.
Happy to have you on board then. If you want to borrow any of my shoes, feel free. However, there is a section of the shoe closet. It's very clearly labeled. You can't borrow those, but the rest are for use.
Oh my god, please tell me that you are a 9.5.
Did you say 9.5?
Yeah.
Well, galactic sizing being what it is, you know, in the cluster we kind of got... We run a little tall.
You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. Because honestly, she like points to it. She's like, those are so cute. I need to see what you do have that I could borrow and fit into. But you know what? I can do it later.
Maybe the planet that we're going to has some like casino clothing. I mean, I have a black cocktail dress, but shopping trip?
Not this session, not prepared. Not this session, not prepared.
We just went shopping last week.
Hit the brake, hit the brake.
Are you saying we haven't shopped enough? We've shopped
Last
enough?
week. That was like last week ago.
Yeah. You
Connor,
gotta keep
did
your
you
wardrobe updated. Fashion
Connor-
changes daily, okay?
Did you see what happened to my dress?
You don't have another one on the ship?
I do.
That's not the point. She has to replace it.
Exactly.
Okay, Connor, what about just an hour?
An hour.
Just one hour.
We don't have to ask her permission. If we want to go, we're gonna go.
Well, yes, but I do want Connor to be there. I want to get her a new scarf. Look, this one has a hole in it. She, like, reaches over to Kana. Like, I need to get you something new.
I'll think about it.
You had fun last time. Didn't you have fun last time? If he will lean over and sort of
she's
just like
never going to admit
air
it.
tweak her cheek.
Yeah.
You had fun.
Wait, you went shopping without me?
Well,
You
I didn't
weren't
know you
there.
at the time.
Yeah.
You weren't there, and I honestly didn't want to go.
But
It was nice to relax, I guess. Every once in a while, though. We need to go shopping again.
we'll get you there. Don't worry. We'll make a girl out of you yet.
Oh man,
Kane,
listen to Little Miss Jedi. Oh, I just got torn apart by cats and had to investigate a murder, but I don't want to relax after.
Well, the murder's not... We're still on a mission.
Right, but
We can't
No.
solve crimes if we don't look cute.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
High five, these man.
Yes, you
Kane will
can.
like whisper to Kana, just like, you're not going to convince Iffy, of all people, that she should not look good while being on a mission.
And then her attention turns to Kane. You know, we need to get you a suit for the casino. Do you have a tux?
No, the last time we looked, it was a bit rich for my blood. Like, pulls on his collar, remembering the cost of the suit was in, like, upward 4 digits of, like, holy shit.
Well, we can
But
get
he
you a
did get-
rental.
But he like, taps his finger to his chin and just goes, I did have that coat, though. It was kind of fancy. Very captain-y.
Okay, well, I'm going to invade your wardrobe with you and help you look the best you can. This is not negotiable.
okay. Like, goes to protest, knows better.
can I join as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I am asking Kane if he's comfortable with that.
Roski
You did. Well, of course. I really enjoy making outfits, and I would like to help you fix something out. But only if you want me to.
Option?
I have an opinion?
You could
Like-
say no to both of them.
People like, I don't mind if you were to come along, if you would like.
Oh, great! Oh, I haven't been shopping in forever. I've been doing job after job after job, and honestly, this outfit is getting a bit worn out. But oh my goodness, I think that a certain color would really do well with you. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm just really excited.
Kane is just happy that one of the few people who has shown an interest in him asked first. So he's like, well, I figured you would just do it anyway, but since you asked, now I'm happy that you're here.
Oh my goodness, what if we all got like coordinating colors? I think that'd be cute.
Coordinating colors.
Ooh.
Maybe we could have a color palette that we all stick to. We can do different ratios on whatever anyone would prefer.
Okay, I'm down.
We'd look like a real entourage.
I'm obsessed.
You guys are gonna make me fucking pull up a shop, aren't you?
You don't have to actually have the...
No, I
you
imagine
don't
this
have
is
to
all
look like
for
a big
flavor.
paint shop. Just RP shop, not money
Yeah,
shop.
not actual shop. Just honestly, I'd be totally fine with just like cool scene change. We're all there, looking fly as fuck, fully coordinated.
I am also fine with that. Yes.
Yeah.
I am
No
maybe
actual
looking
shopping.
at Pinterest outfits right now.
Yo. Tia's gonna pull out her data pad and she's gonna open up an app and she's gonna just start like using her finger to like get out like an art app and just start putting different color palettes, like, you know what I mean, like the swatches of colors next to each other, And she starts
If
showing
you-
everyone. She's like, different color palettes she's thinking of right now.
If he will walk over behind and sort of like lean over to look down.
Okay, yeah, this is important. We got to figure out what colors.
Yeah, tell me a color.
Fuck, I don't know. Casino color palettes.
I mean,
Black.
And white.
Violexa's planning on a black cocktail dress, so there's got to be something
Oh,
along
yeah.
those lines.
Well, black will go with everything.
Yeah.
Black, white, like a sterling
Gold.
silver, gold.
Ooh, black, white, gold, cool.
Silver is. Oh,
Black,
yeah.
white, metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
A.
Now I'm just imagining all those freaking anime shows where at the ending it's all the characters in suits and tuxes and stuff.
Yes. Hell yeah. So like blacks, whites, golds, silvers. I'm so down. Okay, yeah. I imagine Tia's just gonna go through the color palette and she's like erase and replace and erase and replace until she gets that color palette. She's gonna very proudly show it to the group. Alright, everyone. These are the colors we're working with.
Yeah, I can work
If-
this.
If he turns to Kana and goes, I like her, we're keeping her. We're keeping her.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, looks like you've got a crew.
You can join us.
You kind of already have. Just saying.
I'm going to use the ability of my holographic suit to make a copy of this. Of my outfit.
Hell yeah. Connor, please, I think you'd look really pretty in black and silver.
I'll think about it, okay?
I won't even make it sexy for you, okay? I'll just make you look good. Okay, we'll start you off small. Not even cleavage.
I never said that you could pick out an outfit for me.
Are you going to pick out an outfit for you?
I mean, I trust Tia more than I trust you.
1, rude. 2, I know more about fashion than all of you.
I think those words are fighting words for some of these people. But I do know Connor's style a bit more and what she is comfortable with, so I will take that upon myself to find her a very pretty dress that'll bring out her eyes wonderfully and really go with her skin tone. So don't worry. I'll help Connor get something. And of course, I'm going to match her.
Kana is now realizing that she just fell into the trap of
Yep.
a suit. She just
Sure
fell into
did.
the trap. Wait, I didn't say I wanted. How do you put
Hey,
up with?
think about it this
Okay.
way. You said this was for work, right?
Are you going to file this as a business expense and make it tax deductible? Is that why this is?
I'd
that
be
what you're going
crazy
for?
not to.
Yeah, that's okay. Fair enough.
But what I'm saying is, workplaces got uniforms, right? This just happens to be the uniform for this casino job. That's all.
I
Oh.
don't think casinos have uniforms for patrons, at least.
Not for patrons, but still looks good. You don't understand. In casino, what you look like holds a lot of power. I don't know about these May, but I'm pretty sure she's going to, like I am. We're not going to be actually gambling. We're going to be be there for people who do gamble, and we get tips for just being pretty.
It's true.
That's what we're going to do. Screw gambling.
I
I
plan
am
to blow on a lot of dice.
Oh yeah. Why gamble when you could just be arm candy and profit from that? Genius.
Kane just listening to this is like, I am just happy to be at a place that violence won't break out so readily.
Not all
Oh,
the time.
yeah. Illegal casino.
This is
No violence,
a
right.
legal one. This is not illegal.
Oh, okay.
See? What are the odds that things go bad here?
Oh, see, that's what we call a jinx in our universe.
Yeah, why'd you have to
And-
say that?
Considering we're looking at Bacta smuggling, pretty high.
I'm trying to stay positive.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to jinx anything. So, bring that up again. I'm very curious on how do they manage to smuggle that? That's just so. I don't even know where I would start, honestly.
Well, you start with making connections, and that's what we gotta be doing over there.
Mm-hmm. Making connections. Casino would definitely be the place to find someone there. To be connected with someone who's in the supply chain. Maybe they could lose something, but it'd have to be more than one person in on it. It'd have to be quite a few people in charge of the supply in order to make some disappear without raising too many questions. Or getting caught. You'd need definitely more people than just one or two. Not to mention the transport and actually getting them dished out.
Well, if we've learned anything from this place, we can't just go pointing fingers.
Sure we can.
It's a good way to get shot, actually.
Confuse me.
Well, this is definitely going to be something that'll take more than a week or two.
Hope you got that gambling budget ready.
Budget?
At the word budget question mark, Violex says next slowly to it. Wait, don't tell me you just go into gambling and just spend everything.
I don't go into gambling.
Okay, well, you don't go in with your
Not with that
entire wallet.
attitude.
Yeah. When you go gambling, you have to be ready to spend only a certain amount of money. That way, you don't see it as something you lost, but something that you were prepared to lose. If you go in with everything, that's how you fall into the gambling trap.
That seems sensible, but I'm worried about the budget. Typically, because if he says budget, it usually means a lot. Like the shoe budget.
Hey, I respect the high roller.
The shoe budget is very necessary, Kane.
It's true, it is.
Also, something to prepare to lose.
Exactly. I have to have spares. I can't be seen in the same pair of shoes. They'd eat me alive.
Did you end up destroying all of the stuff that you had worn while you were on planet there after the scuffle you had gone through?
Destroy is a strong word. Did I make it disappear? Yes. But that's just so I could have room
Right.
for more shoes.
Right. Just nod slowly.
Anyway, this is all in the books, Kane. I keep telling you, you can look at the books anytime you want.
I've looked at the books and they're a little bit more opaque. There's a lot of things filed under miscellaneous business expense.
That's because they are miscellaneous business expenses. What, you want me to... Like, they're all itemized if the tax man comes calling.
I think, if I recall correctly, I recall seeing a miscellaneous business expense for martini umbrellas? Like the little...
Do you want me to serve naked martinis? Like a peasant?
It's face palm.
It's not good for business.
I'm sorry, just. What color were they?
a
Just-
variety of colors. We had to match the cocktails that were going in them.
Right, so you had every color. You know, that's very smart.
Thank you. Steve, I'm glad you appreciate this.
No, of course, it's just... How could you not think to have every color?
And it wasn't just every color, we had different styles of umbrellas, too.
Oh, you had different styles, too. Were they polka dots?
I thought
Well,
there
of
was
course.
just multiple line items for the purchases. How many did you buy?
I bought enough.
Oh.
How many of them did you even use? How many were used? Do you have any left over?
Oh, we have a ton left over. You know what? People didn't even eat all of the edible ones, which blows my mind, because those were the most expensive by
You
far.
got edible ones? No, of course. Why wouldn't you get edible ones as well? Sorry,
I know.
Right, why didn't I think of that before? Just one more question. 2 more questions, actually. How many did you order? And then how many were used?
So, whenever you're planning an event, right, it's always better to
Right.
overestimate than
No, of
underestimate. You understand how this works. You're smart,
No, of course
right?
I understand. Of course, no, but how many?
So this soiree that we were having on the ship,
I'm not
right?
sharing a
It was,
number.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. We sent out plenty of invitations, you see. We sent out something like maybe 500 invitations, and so I bought an umbrella for every person, right? Because that's the reasonable thing to do. Now, is it my fault that only a dozen people fit on the ship, and thus we have 400 and change spare cocktail umbrellas? No, that's not my fault. That's a risk of doing business.
We should start our own smuggling ring of drink umbrellas.
You got them for every person.
Even Vialexa has gone silent at this. This broke her.
Oh, my
Congratulations.
Hana has a blank stare of like, what the fuck?
No, you're absolutely right. Of course, why wouldn't you get one for every person?
For once, Vialexa has the same face as Connor. This is a rare moment in history.
If he's looking around and he's like, listen, I'm starting to get the feeling some of you don't understand the intricacies of tax law. So
No, that's absolutely incredible.
Do you need help to the ship, Kane?
I think I probably do.
500. 500 martini.
It's a slow walk. I'll help you out.
Oh, he will hobble.
Right. We should probably follow after them and get going. Just 500. That's amazing.
Right. If you ever want to feel like a queen when you're drinking something on ship, it's right there.
Wait, they're on the yacht?
Yes, they're on the yacht.
You know what, when we get on there, let's all have drinks, martinis, and let's use those umbrellas, yeah?
Let's do it.
Z's wondering how she's gonna quantify 500.
Only 488 to go, right?
Y'all want a fucking crate full of umbrellas? You can have a crate full of umbrellas.
Every day we stray further.
I'm happy this bit went out of control.
It's turning out that Iffy is a hoarder.
Yep.
Oh, we've known this. This is not new information.
Well, I thought it was just shoes and fashion, not.
Hey, this is a taxi.
So
This is
much
all a
fucking
taxi.
things. This is all. No, you're absolutely right. Why wouldn't you order 500?
They probably fit in a fairly small box.
Tia is so happy she joined.
So,
Amazing.
Okay. Anyway, through the giggles, Tia would get all her shit ready to get onto the yacht. To get the fuck out of Dodge.
y'all collect your shit and slowly traipse towards the yacht. It's been fueled and stocked and everything from what the Paramount has in spare. So maybe not every need is fully met or every desire is fully met, but you don't have to worry for a little bit. And you guys will be heading to Bilbringy, the planet Bilbringy, and the casino on it. This is in the inner rim. It'll take you a little over a week to get there. So, with that being said, if there's any specific conversations that you want to have over that course of that week, you can. And anybody that still has critical injuries, which I think is Kane only. So yeah. So if you still have is anybody still wounded?
I have wounds.
Me.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. So you can essentially use your stim packs to get you all the way up and still have time to heal. Or still have time to recharge them. Because the Galatea's stash is on the ship. So anybody that does not have a stim pack can get a stim pack. And Kane, since you still have a critical injury, you're going to still be trying to get rid of that highest one, which is crippled. So I need another resilience check at 3 purple. Just 3 straight.
Let's.
By the way, we haven't done force die. Or not force die, but the
Yeah,
story
we'll
points
get to
over.
that in a second.
Okay.
2 success.
That will heal that one.
Yay.
So
No
you're,
more crippled.
yeah, you don't no longer have to add that purple die to things. You still
Thank
have
God.
the other 3
Yep.
that are stacked on and will continue to affect your critical threshold.
Yep.
But everybody can roll a force die for me, so if you have that in...
Every time.
Just as usual.
Damn it.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Perfectly balanced.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay.
It's so not balanced.
Perfectly
Move to 5.
imbalanced.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay. I
We
get to do
did
some
it.
Gambling myself this time. But you all, does anybody have any conversations or a few moments that they want to get out of the way in the week on a very tight ship at this point? This ship is not meant for 7 people. It is meant for usually at most 4. Now there's 7 on there. You guys are in very close quarters.
I know at some point Kana and Tia have to actually talk.
That's true.
But I'll leave that up for whenever Iris is cool with that. Or if anyone else wants to take the floor.
I know I have a thing for Kane to do, but not a conversation that he wants to have.
What do you
Kane would rather avoid conversations.
Kane to do?
But Kane will, in the hours following a recovery and being on the ship, his stuff is all in a box, right? After having come out of the Bacta tank. He will very, slowly and methodically go through everything in the box, like his gear, his belt, his boots, all that sort of stuff. And then he'll get to his lightsaber, and he'll kind of hold it in his hand and turn it over, and then he'll look at the reek blade, and then he'll look back at the lightsaber, and he's going to very calmly start to disassemble it and get all the way down to the crystal in the center and just kind of stare at it for a little bit. And he will take the crystal out and then fold it in some kind of cloth of some kind, and he'll stick it in the box of stuff that he has, and then he'll take the lightsaber and leave it in two pieces just inside of the box as well, and he will slide that box in the far back corner of where he sleeps. Just stick it way under the bed and wedge it there so it doesn't come loose if there is turbulence.
So I will let that happen, but I will warn you above table, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
that crystal is very rare, very hard to get. So if anything happens to that box or to the ship, and you are out the crystal specifically, it may be a very, very, very long time before you can rebuild a lightsaber.
That is a risk I am willing to take.
Okay.
Okay, Lord Farquaad.
All right. Anything else that we want to happen during this week?
Do we want to settle gambling?
You guys want a practice round of gambling?
Yes.
Iffy and Tia have to figure out who's gonna win this match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vialexa is going to deal for them so they can have their showdown.
I imagine this is like a fold-out, rickety plastic table in the galley.
You don't know
Does
where
Vialexa have a
Vialexa has
visor?
it, but she has a casino bunny outfit for dealing.
Amazing.
Incredible. No notes.
I'm really not surprised.
No, you just tell me I look good.
The gambling game, do you guys just want to RP that out, or do you guys actually want to try the Sabacc rule set?
On one hand, I'd love to hear the shit talk from RP.
The reason you can't shit talk.
Arcano Last Dose.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm down for either. Or both. Because I'm trying to understand. I read the rules, but they're just hard.
Do both.
Let's try.
It's
Yeah,
decided.
let's try it. I'll join in for fun, but I am dealing in narrative.
Narrative. Okay.
Narrative.
Cool.
But
Alright.
I will participate.
So, who all there? Yeah, Vialexa, we got Iffy, we got Tia. Anybody else wanting in on the Sabacc game?
These is going
no.
to help Vialexa.
Hey.
Kane is going to find a spot where he can lean against the wall and take some weight off his bad leg and watch.
If he was teaching Kana Sabacc, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
So I'll join. Fuck it, why not?
So everybody else, Tisme and Kane. So, first off, This is essentially kind of poker blackjack, all right?
Mhm.
And this is actually from a book, like official quote unquote rules for Sabacc. At least in this system and how we can play a card game with dice. So everybody has to agree on a wager to put into the pot. Can just be 1 credit.
Dignity.
Let's just do. Listen, Tia does not have much money, and also I want to save money for the gamblings, so maybe at most 5 credits, preferably 1.
Let's just do 1 for now, since this is a practice thing.
All right.
So, let's see. We're gonna do a kind of easy game this round. So, you all will be using your cool, or if you're wanting to cheat, you can try skullduggery specifically. Or if you can want to do the RP route, deception. So, cool, skullduggery, or deception at 1 purple. And let me double check this. So everybody choose what they're doing, roll that.
Oh boy, I'm so not built for this. Oh fuck! Ignore that fucking white die. Shit.
So cool.
How many? I forgot the purple.
Just 1.
Okay, so that makes mine.
No successes, 2
success.
advantages. Right?
Yeah, so just 2 advantages, no successes.
If he's gonna try
I'm going
it.
to roll deception because Zeltrons get 1 advantage on every deception. So 1 threat, 2 advantage.
Alright. And then I will roll these. So that will not this one, the other one. Okay. I was thinking of a different game. I was thinking of Hantaro.
Hantaro.
Yo, I love that cartoon show.
No, why are you doing this? I clicked the roll for the force die, and it fucks up the destiny pool. Let me. There we go.
Here, I'll flip that back for you, Z.
I already did.
Oh, well, now flip it back again. I was trying to be nice.
So, any of you that have a failure or a threat, you can change them, 1 of each, into a success and an advantage. So, let me see here. That means that if we go back up here, you get, if he gets a success, so a success, an advantage, and a triumph, Tia will get, we're down here, 1 success and 2 advantage. Kana, still the same, 3 success, 1 advantage, and then Vialexa. Why did you roll 2 purple?
Oh. How many what was I supposed to roll?
1.
Just 1?
Yeah.
Alright, let me
No, you're good. It's 1.
And deception.
What? Where'd that come from?
Oh, because I was messing with my GM
Oh.
pool. So you
Okay.
can ignore the black one. But you get 1 advantage. That's what it calculates out to.
1 advantage. And I also get an advantage just for deception rolls. So 3, right? 3 total?
Yes.
Okay.
So, with that, if you win a success, or if for every success that you have, you get 1 credit, essentially. So you get back your credit from having a success. Each additional success gets an additional 1 credit, an additional whatever you added to the pot. And the triumph would actually mean that Iffy gets the entire pot worth. So that's
Hey.
Yo.
5 credits. So you have 5 people playing. 5?
Yeah.
4.
4. So Iffy gets 4 credits. Just straight up. So that's how the Sabacc runs. And if
Okay.
nobody succeeds, if nobody gets any successes, the pot remains, you ante up again, and the pot gets bigger.
Okay. So essentially we each put in 1 credit for the pot. If he got a triumph, so she gets the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was the success thing you said?
For every success that you have after
Mhm.
the end calculation, you get 1 credit.
And that's besides the pot.
Yes.
Okay.
So you essentially can get back what you lost.
Okay. And okay, I think I get it. Cool.
100% imagine, like, everyone sitting down and just like, okay, Kana, let me teach you how it's done. If he, like, everyone's like, what's the best on credit? We're learning. And it'd be like, okay, if we're just gonna play in the kiddie pool, we'll play in the kiddie pool.
I was actually about to say that if he puts in 200 because she's fired up to gamble.
Oh my god.
Puts in 200, immediately wins the 200 back.
Iffy is going to be incredibly smug about this, though.
So, Vilex, in addition to dealing, she's gonna practice for the casino, and by that I mean just kind of squeeze next to Iffy distractingly.
So,
Just that's it. That's it.
and I will put this out there so that you are all aware should you decide to go gambling in the casino. You can try to cheat, however, this is a casino. People don't like when you cheat in a casino. So, should you try to cheat, it is upgraded difficulty. So rather than 1, Vilex would be using 2, because she is cheating, using deception. And, actually she'd be rolling a red die instead of her. Should you get a despair while cheating, the game immediately stops, the pot is lost, and you get the response of you've been caught cheating in a casino and what follows. So that is the
About those coordinated outfits.
danger that you have when you are cheating at the casino. at the card table where everybody here, I'm assuming, figures that everybody else, or not everybody else, most people at the very least are going to be cheating. Not such a big deal. But go ahead and say that now. Now that's true for cheating in any of the games. Cheating in Sabacc, cheating in Hintaro, cheating in the race somehow. So everybody understands the possible repercussions.
My God, Cody's right.
I still don't fully understand this game.
There's always Tantara. Let's give that a try.
Is that above table or in character?
That was in character.
Do we want to try Hintaro?
Sure.
Kane
Yeah.
is going to go to the mess hall of the ship and get a bunch of drinks and start passing
And
them out.
umbrellas?
Yeah, and umbrellas.
He did not bring the umbrellas, but if he points it out, and he just was like, oh, where are the umbrellas?
They're the third box on the left in the galley. They're clearly marked. You gotta get the ones that say Corellian Ginger.
Oh, fine, I'll go get the umbrellas and the Corellian ginger. And he walks back. Hobbles. But he's hobbling a lot less now. Still hobbling.
You know, instead of money, Iffy, she pulls out the Corellian whiskey that she stole from her. How about if you and I'll give you a shot of this?
Wait a fucking second.
Ooh.
When did you get that?
You don't remember?
Above table, I don't.
When we went shopping last.
Oh, right. Okay.
He bought it
You
out
had
from
your
under.
eyes on it, and I bought it out from under you.
Right. Thank you. Is that back on the table? Are you putting that on the table?
We'll give you a shot and play some money.
Done.
Not at all my plan to make her drunk.
So are you stepping out of this game, Tia? Because you said you went to go help Kate.
She feels bad. And she's like, yeah. He's like, I'll go get the box. She's like, haha, wait, no, he's hurt. I need to go help him.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna step out of the game.
You know, at least we're treating him like he's never been injured. We're looking
No.
past the disability.
She was giggling about
Use the force.
She was giggling about the fact that there's a giant crate of umbrellas before she remembered, oh wait, there's a giant crate or giant box, and also he's hurt. Okay, I'll gamble later. She leaves the table and goes to run to catch up to him. You guys have fun. Pat Kana on the shoulder. Win.
Oh, Kana was gonna step out of this game and just watch. Sabacc was one thing. This is a new game.
This is dice. This is dice.
Click clacks.
So, we're going to try this one straight. The only way, like above table meta knowledge, the only way that you can cheat in this game is to have loaded dice, which Alexa did find, but we're not going to try it this time because we're going to try the actual rules. You cannot cheat in this game unless you are force sensitive in a casino, because the only people, like all the dice come from the casino and are handled by the dealer, or the Hintaron is what they're called. So,
Aw, no force move stuff.
yeah, you can try, if you're a force sensitive who can use force move, you can try to affect the dice with that, but like there is not really any skullduggery sleight of hand that can be done by players that don't have that ability, because the dice come from the dealer, give to you, you throw them, and then he takes them back up at the end of the round. So they would know if there's a loaded dice set. So,
does have force moves, though.
We both do.
What?
Sure Khan doesn't want to play?
Depending how the results go, a little cheating might happen.
So we have Iffy, we have Alexa. Is Thesme joining? Kitty.
What'd you say? I'm not participating.
You're not?
In the game? No, because if I can't cheat, I was just going to help by Alexa.
Okay.
I'm rolling the dice.
Just watching.
So, Iffy and Alexa, you each roll 2 blue die. Okay. So if you open up that little screenshot that I took of Hintaro, at the second table, you have to have one of those 4 sets. 2 success and 2 advantage is the highest ranking you can have. 4 advantage is the second highest. 2 successes is the third, and 2 advantages is the fourth. If you do not have one of these combinations by the end of the game, you do not win anything. And if nobody has any of these combinations, the pot just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger until somebody wins. Because you just keep anteing up and rolling again. So, say both put a credit in for the first ante, you roll the dice. Looking at your dice, you can choose to re-roll 1 die out of the pair. Just 1, but you have to keep the second dice, or whatever you re-rolled to. This is where you ante up again. So both 1 credit in. What do you guys want to ante up a second time?
Just a credit, just for running.
Yeah, I'll also ante again.
Okay. So that is a total pot of 4 credits. Would either of you like to re-roll one of your die?
No.
I'll re-roll my blank.
Okay.
Alright.
Can I help Effie?
Not this time.
Man, we're learning how to play.
We're not cheating this round.
That'd be fun.
How Sith of you, Kana.
Alright, let's see. Let's see if I
Give her some conflict.
need help. Let's see if I need
I
help.
did need conflict.
Okay. That is not on there.
That is not on there.
But you could get an additional 2 and win it all, depending.
So, then I will roll a black die. That's why I originally rolled the black die, because I was thinking Hintaro and not Sabacc. Every failure is going to cancel out a success. Every disadvantage is going to cancel out an advantage.
Wait, hold up. Isn't it at the very end? Don't we all re-roll? Don't we all roll another 2?
No. Ante
How
roll
can we
die.
get it? Hold on, pause. How can we get a total of 4 if we only roll dice twice? Or
Because
if we
there
only
is
roll
a
2
side
dice?
on these blue die that have 2.
Okay, I see. Thank you for understanding. I was...
Yeah. There's a
continue.
side on this blue die that has 2 successes, and there's a side that has 2 advantages.
Okay.
And then one side that has 1 success, one that has 1 advantage, and then a blank side.
Okay. I understand now.
And then like 1, I think, that has 1 success and 1 advantage. So, we will cancel out from the black die whatever it rolls. And if anybody still has the place on the actual Hintaro board, then you win. If it's a tie, you split it. But let me see how. Black die. Which means that Alexa wins the 4 credits. Because you are the only one that has something on the board.
Okay. This is a lot easier to play than the other one.
Now, if you'd had, like, both of you had a success and an advantage, then the 4 credits are the base of the pool. You ante up again, and you start over. So you just like, okay, roll another 2 die, have to ante up again, so you're putting another 2 credits into the pot in total. And then going through the process one more time. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Any questions about either of these 2 games?
No.
In the
I'm
event
good.
of a tie, is the pot split?
Yes, in the event of a tie, the pot is split in this game. So essentially this is a game that continues until somebody wins. The other one, somebody you can generally make back your credits. It's a safer game in some ways. And it may not last as long as this game could. But anything we've tested these out. Do we want to play another round or 2 of these on the ship? We want to have conversations, or do we want to skip to the planet?
I mean, you know me, I'm always down for conversations.
Vialexa takes a very taunting shot of her whiskey.
If he stares at it, she's like, it's these damn dice games. I'm telling you, there's not as much skill involved in dice games as there is in Sabacc.
That's why it's called a gamble, sweetie.
Right, but there's skill to gambling, right?
Card games, sure.
That's what I don't like about these dice.
You know, you wouldn't be saying that if you won.
No, I wouldn't.
I'll give her a shot anyway, for being a good sport.
If he,
Quote unquote good
quote
sport.
if he will happily take that shot. Yeah, you gotta try this with the ginger on the rim, though. Gotta have another.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
I'm assuming all of the others are back by now.
Yeah.
Oh,
If he will take a bunch of glasses, line them with the ginger, and then pour alcohol in it. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's not my alcohol, but
Kane just walks in with the tray full of stuff, and he's like, "Okay, just gotta what the just swiping stuff from the tray, making him off balance."
oh. Don't worry, Tia's behind him with the box of umbrellas.
Box of umbrellas pushed into the back to keep him balanced.
Yep. It's like, don't worry, I got you.
Well, I hope you all had your fun.
oh, this ain't settled yet.
Not settled. What's
No.
not settled about it?
We played one hand of Sabacc and one round of Hintaro. You think that's all that matters? One round?
How many rounds do you plan on playing, Iffy?
How much time do we got?
Slight eye twitch.
Well, I've got the umbrellas, at least, the drinks, and I'm willing to play more with you.
That's just because you lost this time, ain't it?
Could be one reason.
If he will smirk, is it all right if I pour drinks? I don't want to overstep, like, because I know that's your alcohol.
Oh, pour drinks, yeah.
okay,
Fucking party. Yeah, I don't care.
So if he will pour Tia's drink and then pour everybody else's, and look, make sure you get the ginger with the liquor. That's key. She also takes the time to, very meticulously actually for her, put all of the umbrellas in. Every drink gets an umbrella.
are very serious about these, aren't you?
Look, there's a lot in life that comes down to appearances and indulgences. And I say, we deserve a little indulgence.
Too true. It's like I've been saying, presentation makes or breaks a lot of things.
It's everything in this business.
Right. So I do want the purple one.
We will hand her the purple one.
These are all unique. That's amazing. I didn't know that there were this many colors and patterns.
It was a custom job. I wanted them to appeal to everybody. You know, I can't just have somebody looking at this and going, "Oh no, all of those umbrellas are so lame. I don't want one."
Oh
Right,
no,
Sabacc,
I understand. Right, how could they ever think that?
Vilex will
Yeah.
offer Kana a drink as well, holding it out to her.
Kana will look at Vilexa, give a slight sigh, and take the drink.
Oh, I was expecting to fight you on that one.
I do drink every once in a while.
Well,
And-
ring a ding ding. Come take a seat.
And I'm not on the job right now, so she'll sit on one of the edge seats and lean back a bit.
Well, she does know how to relax. You owe me 5 credits, Iffy.
You know what? You did win that one fair and square. All right. If you'll start counting them out.
Oh, so now you're taking bets on me?
I'm a betting woman. I place bets where I sees them.
Don't take it personally. She does place bets on everything.
Oh, we got bets on you too, Kane.
We have a
I'm
lot on you,
Not
actually.
aware of what the bets actually are, but I'm not surprised. Who won money for this? And he gestures to his leg.
I could be talked into giving you a cut.
He raises his eyebrows and just like just takes a loud sip.
We just bet on how many people are gonna try and flirt with you at the casino, actually.
He was taking a long sip and then spit some of it out. Why does that have to be me?
Well, you're the only
Oh.
guy here. I mean, us getting hit on, that's dead certain. But the girls coming up to the guys, that's when it gets a little more.
Nobody's going to come up to me.
I mean,
Sure
Should be in
about
the
that?
middle of gambling.
it is unfortunate some women have that affliction, but you know, I'm sure we can find you a nice girl.
Or boy, I don't judge.
No. It's
Definitely
Well,
girl.
alright.
Okay.
no. Oh. Pinches his eyebrow.
Weren't you guys dealing for a game or something?
We can talk while we giggle. That's half the fun. Wait, you think we just sit there in silence, rolling dice?
The pad is part of it.
Shit talking is half the fun.
You're not even gambling.
Well, let's practice. Okay, I'm curious, what other bets do you have? No, besides Kane.
My Alexa pulls out like a PDF. And it is like a meticulous, like, bookies.
Why is there a bet on where you run out of fuel at?
Where we're going to feel that? Well, why not?
Right.
Wait. You did fuel up before we left, right?
Sure we did. Or at least they did.
The Paramount took care of it,
Yeah.
Allegedly.
How much they gave us. now,
thankfully.
That's up to
It's wartime. We don't know how much they can spare.
Interesting. You know, I'd love to take a look at this and see what you've got going on here, if you don't mind.
Oh yes, absolutely. You see anything you want to get on, you just let me know.
Kana will switch seats with Tia.
I imagine she doesn't ask her at all. She just starts moving
Quiet
her.
force shove.
Yeah, Tia was like trying to lean over Kana, I imagine. So she stood up and like went around her like, there you go.
She'll scooch over a little bit. She's like, okay. Well, I'm not exactly the type to get into bets unless it's a card game. But I am curious on what you've got going on here.
Well, let's see. We got a bet running on how many games if he's gonna win a Sabacc at the casino. We got how
Right.
many guys these is gonna try and sleep with. That one's really, really hot because it all depends.
We also have a bet on how long it's going to be before Thesme finds herself some spice over there.
Less than 30 minutes, easy.
I don't know. I feel like it might take a little bit longer in new ground.
No, my
Spice
girl is a
specifically.
bloodhound. She will find it.
Tia's just going to glance at Kana for a second before she glances back at the PDF of bets. She's like, interesting. Alright. So you bet a lot on things. You bet on which pair of shoes she's going to lose next. That's a bit cruel, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, some things in life
Hey.
are certain. If you breaking some shoes, that's one of them.
Does Iffy know about that bet?
No.
Wait. What? My shoes?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you were aware of this. I'm sorry
That one
about
was
that.
these, sorry.
You would put credits on something so sacrosanct.
Actually, that actually settles one of my other bets, and then she flips the PDF to how long it's gonna take for Iffy to find out about the bet. Marks that one down.
Wait a second. Does that say 3 weeks? You think I wouldn't have noticed for that long?
I mean, if Tia hadn't said something, yeah.
Sorry about that? Or not
No,
sorry?
it's okay. I engineered that.
Right. I'm going to be studying this now, if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely.
What else do you have planned here? When's
What
the
else
next
do I
time?
not have planned?
When the next person gets sick, you think that the next person to get a cold is Iffy? Really?
Well, I mean, do you see what she runs out with? Like, I love fashion, but she almost ripped her dress. I'm guaranteed she's gonna, like, jump into a river soon.
Jump into a river?
I have a side bet on Kane for that one, actually. It's one of them, too.
One of
What?
those two?
I only swim in pristine waters, I'll have
Who
you
said
know.
you were gonna willingly swim, sweetie?
I did, but those were exigent circumstances.
And then Kane's the most reckless out of everybody. I wouldn't be surprised if he has an infection from his injury right now, and just waiting to strike.
I'm the most reckless?
Yeah?
W-
Did you or did you not charge through without telling anybody, and I found you almost dead in front of a turret?
Closes his mouth.
Daredevil's in your blood, my dude.
Why do you think me and Kane get along so well? It's all risk, all reward.
No, I respect it.
Right.
You'd think you'd know better. Long sip.
Well, the two of you really should be more careful. Wouldn't want to see either of you getting hurt.
The one I'm interested in right now is how long it's going to take for somebody to confess to somebody. Is it going to be confessing to Thesme? Is it going to be me confessing to somebody? I'm all about the love bets. And she has written out every possibility of who could Contessa's
Should we have betting odds on them?
Yeah?
What are the odds?
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that. She has like a 10% on a 1 to 10, a 1 to 9 on iffy to Kane. Because it's not likely to happen, but a chance is a chance. She's got your higher odds of 7 to 3 on you to tease me.
These are very detailed.
Yeah, and next to those odds, she has like detailed notes on the why she thinks.
You're listing how long they've had eye contact in the last week. How did you catch that?
Oh, I catch all of those things. It's my job.
Hey, you noted that I bought. Look, I only bought him new soap because the soap he was using smelled terrible.
True, but for a guy, that's like giving him a fucking diamond ring.
I like my soap.
Exactly. that's my point.
If he puts her hands on Kane's shoulders and she looks at him, like it's a very deep, like familial look, you know? Hey, honey, you smelled like a teenage Deveronian.
Alexa crosses out the odds for those two and puts it at 1.5 to 8.5.
Am I going to get added to this?
Oh, absolutely.
You want to be added to this?
Well, it's fun, isn't it?
That's the whole point, is for it to be fun.
Sounds pretty disruptive, if anything.
Why do you say that?
I mean, betting on people that you're partying with?
Okay.
Or allies?
We all know
Am I
Partying.
shooting you with my lightsaber? Or your lightsaber?
I'm just saying it could cause a lot of drama. And issues.
You're just mad because your odds are all 1 to 9 for everybody.
Why would I care about that?
Sorry. Your voice went down a notch.
She said, why would I care about that?
Because it's fun. You really do need to let loose more.
Iffy waves a hand and she's like, besides, drama. This is a cakewalk. Just wait till I bring you back to the cluster. You want drama? We've got it in spades over there.
It's not like I'm killing your puppy. I'm just having a laugh with everybody.
With or at someone's expense?
Am I saying, ha ha ha, you're funny because you can't get anybody? No.
I'm just
You're
saying
taking everything way too seriously.
some people could take it that way.
And now you're getting worked up over it. Have you ever decided that it's you that needs to loosen up, rather than me to tighten up?
Hey, we're all here to have a little fun, huh? We don't need to rip her like that. She's just learning. Let her relax.
Oh, that's the point. I want her to relax.
She ain't gonna be relaxed if we're needling her, though.
Right.
Wasn't trying to needle her.
Everyone has different views of fun and when and where. Some people want to focus more on the mission, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Alexa leans into Iffy. If you think that's gonna alter the odds of her snap, no, that bet's mine.
Though,
She says that in a whisper.
and she's gonna like point to the PDF. She's like, what you can do to first one to add me is to add me to that and put me at a 9 to 1 for Kona. That's
Ooh,
me the first one.
ooh la la! I do enjoy. And she does that.
Wait,
91.
91. That is, you just don't you have something to say about that? Looking at Kana.
She's just messing around. It's just a joke.
You know what that sounds like to me? Racketeering.
Well, I'm sorry if the Coruscant government. I hope the Coruscant government doesn't find out about my bookkeeping about people's crushes.
No, seriously, put me down for 9 to 1. I can be the first one.
All right.
And I can be the first bet, then I'm in. Now, you've got that, right?
Yep. All marked down.
Ah, perfect. Now, what do you say about another round of game? Another game?
Absolutely.
Is everyone in on this one?
Oh god. I'll at least give it a shot.
That's the spirit.
Might as well since we're here.
Watch out.
Cody, these way.
No, I'm just gonna watch again.
Another round of Taro, I suppose, because that's the little easier one.
Yeah.
Yay.
And my DM brain is shutting off for the night.
Oh no. Ah!
It's the I have not had to DM so far this session, so it's starting to fume out a little bit.
Oh no.
Sometimes you
learned so
just
much
get those
about us, though.
sessions. Yeah.
Quick, someone find a ruins or something with lore.
So
That's for Iris.
Yeah, that reminds me. Need to talk to Lissy, huh?
yeah,
Mhm.
you do. So, what is the ante this time?
1.
We'll go 5 this time.
I was gonna say 5 actually.
5? Alright.
Kane will do 5.
Yeah,
Is
we'll
he
we'll
gonna
that.
do? Oh, okay. I was like, is
do-
if
I'll
he gonna
do
do
5.
another solid 200?
She's not doing 200 until we get back to Sabacc.
That is 25 on the base pot. You're going to go around the clock, essentially, of where you guys are on the ship to keep track of this, since there's more people. So, Kane, 2 blue.
Ah.
Yeah, ignore the black right now, because I forgot to take that off my pool. Alright, Iffy, 2 blue.
Alright.
Alexa.
Yes, ma'am. My computer's really slow today, and I don't like that.
Oh shit!
God damn.
Oh my god.
Tia.
Oh shit, do we even bother?
Well, remember,
Too late
the black
now.
die- the black die might fuck that up.
Sure.
And Kana.
Ah.
Yo.
So, seeing what everybody has now, and
Mirialan's
remembering
at the bottom.
that here, back to gunpowder. The 4 advantages is the second highest position for this game. Who wants to ante up right now? Who wants to withdraw? You can also withdraw if you don't want to continue.
Kane is immediately just like taps the table, is like, I'm out. Nope.
If he will ante up.
Vilexa will take a picture of everybody while they're discussing this, making sure
Aw,
to get
that's
everybody
cute.
in the shot. Yeah.
Yay. Phew, Tia's gonna
And
drop
then-
out too.
Anteing up, Iffy.
Another 5. I'll do another 5.
Okay. Another 5.
Hana will do another 5.
Tia, Alexa.
Alright,
Tia's
I'm
dropping
in.
out.
Yeah. I'm
The
in.
Mirialans have forfeited.
Oh, I didn't know you were such a lightweight, Tia.
So that is a total pot of 40. Those 2 Mirialans drop out. Iffy, would you like to re-roll one of your die?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll my success, I think.
Okay.
So Oh. You know? Sometimes things are just meant to be.
Iffy with a success and 2 advantages. Vilexa, do you want to reroll one of your die?
No, thank you.
Kana, do you want to reroll one of your die?
Yeah, I'll reroll the single advantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
You
Oh.
have 2 advantages. So, success 2 advantages, 4 advantages, and 2 advantages. I will roll the die.
No whammies, no whammies.
There we go. So, you get the pot by Alexa.
Okay. Mama needs a new gyro stabilizer.
Huh.
Because you did end up with 2 advantages. Kana. So I believe that will mean that you do get to make back your, at the very least, make back your what you anteed up. So total
Great.
10. Alright.
Perfectly balanced.
You know, I don't like these dice.
I'm not thinking I like them much either.
If you guys want to go back to card games, I don't mind doing.
It's just too much of the chance.
Have you guys read the definition of gambling? Look, and she pulls up a dictionary. Gambling.
Well, in Sabacc, there's skill involved. It's not just rolling a dice.
Oh, you guys are the sore loser types. I get it.
I wouldn't say I'm a sore loser. I just like winning.
Mm-hmm.
You understand, right, Iffy?
Of course I do. I mean, nobody knows the legal definition of gambling better than me.
Partners insults.
What? Me salty? Of course, never.
This is
I
actually
just
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's Ginger. It is Ginger. I just think that maybe we should switch to a card game.
Alright, I'll get all the cards and deal you guys out.
You guys want
I don't like
another
card games.
round of actual
Still
Sabacc?
involved.
Let's do Sabacc.
Fuck. I say, knowing my character has shit stats for it. Absolutely. Like, mechanically wise, she sucks at fucking gambling on her sheet because of her stats. However, as a character, I imagine that she's good at it because that's a hobby of hers. She's just lucky.
Should have picked up the gambler class.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing: 2 guns. That shit's cool.
There's no room for cards or dice. There's guns in
Yeah.
a you-can.
She got.
Why don't you shoot
Exactly.
the cards?
How am I supposed to have cards in my hand when I got 2 guns? 2 of them.
You can have a
Both.
gun that shoots cards.
Z, you can have a gun that shoots cards.
No.
That sounds.
What am I gonna do now?
Alright. So we swap back over to Sabacc. Who's in?
Kane absolutely is not. He knows he cannot win this fucking game.
Yeah, neither can Tia. However, she would want to play.
Back to attempting to cheat for Alexa.
I'm dealing. I'm out.
Never mind.
Anna will
And-
join.
Just to be clear, it was 5 bets that Tia lost, correct? Not
Yeah.
5 bets, but 5 credits.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Okay, cool.
Iffy, Tia, and Kana. So, what are you anteing up?
5.
Yeah, 5 sounds good to me.
Ify will put 200 credits on the table.
I
More
roll.
interesting. Do you guys want to make this more interesting? I think so.
Now, Ify,
200 on the table. Match or drop.
right. Well, I can tell you right now that I don't have 200 credits on me.
Well, what do you got to offer then? Let's make a deal.
I'd be willing to front you
what,
for 15% interest.
I'm smart enough not to take up that offer, though. It's good shot, though. And what do I have to offer? Well, I do think that maybe we should stick to 5 credits since it's a friendly game. On our way to, you know?
I'll buy in for her.
I'm sorry, what?
Connor will put 400 credits down.
She's gonna put Hana's hand and fucking pick her hand back up. She's like, Kona?
Look, you get to play a game. And honestly, I owe Ify anyways, so if she wins, I'm just paying her back.
That's not how that works. It's a gamble, not a loan rate. You would still owe
I'm
her.
willing to accept it. I'm willing to accept it.
Okay.
This might be my only way of getting those credits.
She just like looks at Kona. She's like, one moment. She's gonna fucking stand up and drag Kana to the other room.
What? Is there a problem?
She's like, fucking close the door, out of earshot, for the most part, as much as she can, at least. In this tiny ship, from too many people. She's like, Kona, no. Are you kidding me? That's way too much.
Well, I was going to add that the next round, if you do play, will be 5 credits, but so you could pay for yourself.
Right, if I win.
Well, I'm more saying just to indulge Ify.
Right.
I do kind of owe her.
You do kind of owe her. But, Kona, that's way too much. You could just play for yourself and have it go back that way.
Or I could
Maybe
just
just
pay
like-
for you and I could drop out.
No, that's just... Connie, that's way too much. You can't just pay for me like that.
What? You're great at this game. You'll
You
blow her
both
out of the
know that-
water.
I think we both know that my luck comes and goes. You've been there.
I have faith in you.
You have faith in me.
Of course.
Right. I have not been doing well tonight, and this is just a friendly game on our way to a casino. Besides, I was going to offer something else to her in exchange for lowering the pot.
I mean, if you want to, that's fine, but I'm also not going to be gambling at the casino. This is me having fun right now. Or letting loose.
But are you having fun? It's not just doing what everyone else is doing because that's what they're having fun with. It's important to let loose, but with that much money, are you enjoying this?
Does it matter?
What do you mean? Of course it matters.
Look, if you don't want me to pay for you, I won't, okay?
I'll see if maybe I could... I don't know. Something else. For the hand, but if not, then I'll just pay him out. Again, I'm just here to have fun on the night. Not just to allow you to empty your pocketbook. Because undoubtedly, I'm not having the best luck tonight. I can see that. If you pay for me, you're just going to get lost.
still would prefer it to go to someone who is helping the cause rather than a casino, though. But if you're sure.
Are you serious about this? Because that is a lot of money. Especially for a friendly game and on our way to a casino. Just a friendly game.
I'll let you take the lead here. I'll be honest, I'm not really, like, gambling is new to me, so I'm just kind of going with it.
I mean, if you're having fun and you'd rather it go to EotE than a casino, then alright, but I just don't like using your money like that. Especially that much of it. If it was just 5 or 10 credits, then I would feel no guilt whatsoever.
Well, how about 50 then?
I feel a bit better about that one. If we can get her to talk down. If we can get her to drop it down. I can agree with that. But if it's 50, then I can pay for myself on that. I just don't have 200. And I wouldn't want to go higher than 50.
Okay, if you're sure.
I am sure. Look, I do appreciate the offer. It's really sweet of you. It's just... that is a lot. Especially on something I know I'm going to lose. Based on this next one.
Wait a second. Are you in need of credits?
What? Me? In need of credits?
Tia.
Look,
Is that what this is about?
I think we should get back to the game. I think we've had them waiting already. No, I
Kana
think...
will step in front of the door.
You know, have I ever told you that that shirt looks really pretty on you?
Tia, you're not going to distract me.
I could try.
If you need money, you know you could ask, right? I don't have a lot, but I can help.
Look, what I've... doing is none of your responsibility. And I'm working, aren't I? I'm doing jobs here and there. It's nothing dire.
I mean, you're not gonna gain much from this job? You basically are kind of tagging along here. You weren't hired for this.
No, but it's going somewhere. You know, it's not just stuck on that planet for who knows how long.
I guess, but still.
So it's a good thing overall. And maybe after this I could get to a place where I could get more jobs and go on to different crews and work from there.
Fine. I won't butt in. I'll let you do your thing. But look, if you need help, like, let me know. We're friends, right?
Of course we are. We're best friends. It's just... it's not your responsibility. I mean, if I had to call you to clean up every mess I made, well, you wouldn't be able to get sleep. You'd be going all over the galaxy cleaning up every mess I made. And then you'd be overworked and tired, but everyone would know your name. They'd see Connor, the best Jedi in the world, fixing every mess ever. So I'm not going to call you for every little bit of trouble I get into.
Okay. Just, if you're in too deep, please let me know.
You know I'm able to weasel my way out of trouble if I ever get too deep. Not that I ever do get too deep. I'm too charming for someone to hurt me.
Yes, exceedingly charming.
Exactly. I'm glad you agree.
I roll and she'll step away from the door so we can go through.
Perfect. Now, we should get back, make some more friends, play a friendly game, forget about this conversation. Right?
Right.
Well, not all of it. I do really think that shirt does look pretty on you, so do remember that.
You can thank Iffy for it.
She picked it out. You know, she does really have a good sense of style.
Yeah, don't tell her I said this, but it is kind of comfortable. And I do feel kind of pretty.
Here's the thing, Connor, you're always pretty. But it's good that it makes you feel pretty. But yes, remember that part, forget everything else. And let's get back to the game.
Back to the game.
Speaking of conversations that somebody's not going to want to be a part of, so while they're waiting, she pauses for like a minute, expecting to be back soon. Like, okay, my turn to strike up a conversation. So, Kane, you're a Jedi, right?
No, but
No.
I can definitely answer a lot of questions about them.
So you're not a Jedi. What happened? I thought once you were in, you're in for life, basically.
Nope. No. Once you're in, you are given a list of things that are expected of you, and if you fail to meet those expectations, you are out. But I never officially was let go or anything like that. But I'm not a Jedi.
So what happened? Couldn't handle the expectations, or
I ended up losing someone.
damn, that's rough.
And yeah, it left it left a mark on me, and so I don't consider myself much of a Jedi.
Like, I can't read into a lot of this, but things seem to be tense with you and Kana. Am I just reading into things?
Like, you can there's like a noticeable like shift in his grip on the bottle he's holding as he slides it a little bit, and he just goes, "Things are good. We are friends. I'm pretty sure, at least. I was actually hoping to talk to her about something at some point, but no, it had nothing to do with her at all. It was separate, but it did affect her."
She nods. Well, I know what that's like. So how'd you end up, how did an ex-Jedi work for Miss Mafioso over here?
Well, if I remember correctly, he puts a hand to his chin, I believe you were looking for some new help somewhere along the line, and I happened to be physically nearby, and also some of the work that I had done for the Jedi actually aligned pretty well with your needs.
Yeah, remember, I saw it was at that art show. I just bumped into you. And I thought, that fella looks like a fella who needs a job.
I recall you saying there was some kind of X factor involved too. Like, what was it you said? I had. There was just something about him that struck you in the right way, not like other men.
not like other men was right. It's, sometimes you look at people, you get feelings about them. And I had a good feeling about you. It looked like there was something actually going on between those eyes of yours. You don't usually find that with men.
Kane is a little embarrassed, but will take the compliment. But yes, it was more or less a chance encounter.
Do you enjoy it here?
Well, yeah, it's a little weird, but it's fun. It's fun weird.
You know we pick on you because we like you, right?
Like, slouches a little bit in an animated way, and he just goes, "Yes, I would at least hope that is partially the case."
You should have more confidence in yourself.
That is easier said than done. I would like to, but it's also easier said than done.
Hey, look,
And I'll leave it at that.
look, Iffy, I haven't met Iffy for very long, but I know a true feminist when I see one. And if she says that you got something between your mind, that's something to be proud of.
And not for nothing. All the ladies on this ship are a lot more intimidating to be around than most. So, it's like you're training, right?
Kane tilts his head and just goes, "You're not wrong."
And have confidence in your appearance, too. Like, you are one handsome Mary Ellen, my dude. And she winks at him.
Dribbles a little bit.
Doesn't his hair look nicer since he shifted shampoo?
Yeah, and I can actually see the soap that you did is working, too.
Right?
I got rid of all my other shampoos.
I did you a favor.
No, look,
And
I'm telling you,
thank you.
that bet about girls coming to hit on you, we get you in a tux. They can't keep their paws away from you.
That's kind of you to say. Mm-hmm. Pulling at his collar again.
She ain't lying. I said it before. I mean, by the time we get back to Coruscant, they're gonna be trying to buy you off of me as a... She almost says servant, stops. Bodyguard.
I don't want to know what that hesitation was, but
So as
I'm-
an ex-Jedi, are you allowed to keep your lightsaber around?
Whoa. That's a hard question to answer, especially with Kana kind of here.
Oh, I struck something, I see.
That's going to be fine. Like you
Tell.
said, you gave me an alternative to use.
True. I kind of want to know more now, though. She kind of leans in.
And in parallel with her leaning in, Kane leans back a little bit, just like, But I appreciate your candor in the moment. It is very considerate. I don't really know how to respond to it, but thank you.
All right, that's cool. She shrugs. She shrugs and leans back, puts their feet on the table. What are taking those girls so long? I thought they were just gonna say, "No, don't do it. It's not worth it." Blah blah blah. But seems like they're having their own drama show or something. And she looks at the watch.
And then they come out.
And then they come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Door opens.
Oh, there we go.
Door opens. Kane. Oh my god.
You didn't
She's
settle
walk-
that already, did you?
You see her coming out, just like, that color really does bring out your eyes. I think we should really get you in more of those.
Oh, so it did. Crosses that off.
No. No, you don't know that.
Oh, are you in on the bed now too, Kane?
How much you
I'm
went in for?
passingly curious. 5 credits.
Done.
What's being bet on?
Nothing.
Oh, don't worry about it. She closes the book.
Right.
Anyways. Iffy, would you be willing to drop that to 50?
I'm willing to negotiate.
Right. I have a proposition for you. If you're willing to hear me out, that is.
If he steeples her fingers over the table. I'm always willing to hear out deals.
Right. She is going to sit down across from Iffy. Kind of, leaning, like folds her fingers together and, like, leans, towards her across the table. Right. So, what if we drop the bet down to 50 for this game? And, in exchange, I don't know if you know this about me, but I am a bit of an artist. I'd be more than willing to give you a very, very pretty and very thorough portrait for you. Get all of your good sides.
You see Iffy's eyes immediately light up.
Hang on, we need proof of this. Come on, show some of your work.
She is an amazing artist.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Pulls out her data pad and, like, opens up that same application that was used to do the art swatches. It opens up a gallery. And she's gonna turn to Connor's like, can I show them yours?
I mean, sure. Don't know why I'd pick that one, though.
Well, because you're here. They can see how lifelike I can get it.
Shrug.
And you do look really cute in it. She's gonna open it up, and it is a essentially, like, line art sketch with some very, like, rough light color, like, watercolor essentially, on top of, like, line art of Kana. And it's Kana giving a smile. It's a pretty good image, if you do say so myself. If I do say so
Wow.
myself.
You almost managed to give her a soul in this. Pretty nice.
Kane will elbow Thesme a little, Vilexa a little bit.
With the way he's seated, I feel like that means that he elbows Iffy, and, like, Iffy, like, is pushed slightly into her.
Yeah, he'll put a hand on Iffy's shoulder and then push Iffy a little bit so that she is shoved into Vilexa.
And Vilexa looks at Iffy like, what? I'm telling the truth.
Well,
If
again,
he-
obviously, this is only capturing just a quarter of the beauty she has, but I think it's pretty good. So, say you drop the bet down to 50, and I do a sketch of you. So you do another hand, and then I can flesh out another hand of maybe 1 or 2, maybe 5 at the most, and then I can take that sketch and fully render it, fully color it.
This is incredible. Iffy, you could finally have yourself a portrait of yourself to put in the cockpit of the ship.
That actually seems to make Iffy a little emotional.
Is that a tear I see?
It's, you know, back home, they reserve those for a certain kind of woman. Not the kind of woman I am.
Vilexa
that is-
leans in. What kind of woman do you mean?
I mean a woman from a good family.
Oh. I thought it would be porn. She kind of slumps.
That is really lovely. I would love to have a portrait. Yes, let's do it.
Right. And if you do like it, I'm more than happy to draw you more in exchange for low betting hands.
Let's do. You do all those of me.
Well, why wouldn't I? It's not as if you're not absolutely gorgeous to look at. Be happy to draw you every day.
So you're after every
right.
credit I've.
Writing in
Okay.
her sketchbook, or writing in her gambling book.
You know, if you wanted every credit I have, you could just ask. We'd work out a rate.
We can talk about that later. But for now, portraits in exchange for very low / free hands just for fun games.
You've got yourself a deal.
Violet
Holds
sets
out
her
her
book
hand.
down, takes out the deck of cards, and begins doing the card trick, like flipping the cards around, and begins the deal.
Holds out a hand to shake.
We will shake.
Right. A pleasure doing business with you. Now, let's see if I have any luck left in my entire life.
Okay.
And now we can play Sabacc.
Ain't
30
it?
minutes later.
So, and I hear a 50 credits a person.
Yes.
Is what I heard. So that is 150 for the pot.
This is just pissing away credits. Just, oh man.
At least it's going to the party.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just like, damn, man. I don't have the stats for this
You're
game.
giving Effie more fuel to gamble with later.
Mhm.
So, again, just a reminder, it is a cool check for straight, or you can use deception or skullduggery if you're trying to cheat. We're going to up the ante a little bit for this one at 2 purple. And you all can roll.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Kinda gets the pot.
Connor gets the pot. All right, let's see what
Right
I
off the
get.
fucking bat.
Wait,
Okay,
hang on.
goddamn.
Effie might. I was about to say, Effie might roll a triumph. Okay.
Do we bother rolling?
Go ahead.
You,
Well,
you got a yellow. See what happens.
Fuck it.
Hey.
Pinky wins.
Nope, not quite
Wait, why do I
yet.
have two? Why do I have
No?
2 blue? I didn't put those on there. Oh, that's from the last game. So, ooh, that's not correct. So I have.
You're canceled out then, I think? Are you?
Not quite.
No.
Just a
It
threat.
is.
You'd have a success and a threat.
Yeah.
Success and a threat. And then I rolled a force die.
Oh, right, the force die. Okay.
Okay. That means that every success, or one success and one advantage in every hand that has them is turned into a failure and a threat.
Okay, so Tia has now a failure and a threat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's one success, one failure. Yep. One success. And then one failure. One. Yes. Okay. So, if he gets 50 back, Kata gets the pot. Tia doesn't get anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the pot.
You sure you
So
don't
it's
want to
150 credit pot, right? Whew.
Particularly interesting considering what you wrote, Kira.
Yeah, it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Tia's done gambling. She has 95 credits to her name.
Just bet more artwork.
You
That's
can.
true. She's willing to bet all of the artwork. She's more than happy to do that. But no more credits.
Left to her own devices, Iffy will just keep gambling all night. She does get 200 credits just for showing up every session, so...
Holy shit.
And I imagine that as long as Tia is willing, there's a very easy line of credits with Iffy.
Exactly.
See, Tia likes to play as a hobby as well. It's not just money making. She just likes the game, so she's more than willing to play. And she is more than willing to draw Iffy as many times as she would like.
Oh, don't say that.
We're gonna go to Iffy's room, and it's just a portrait covering every part of the wall in different poses.
He's like, you mean I can play one of my favorite games and then just have to draw this pretty girl? Sign me the fuck up.
Tell me why, like,
pays
when
for
you're
all-
saying, like, I could draw you, my immediate thought, like, verbatim, was draw me like one of your Corellian girls.
Nope, that crossed my mind as well.
Yep, it's very happy with one of your Corellian girls. It's like, what? I get to draw this pretty rod the
That's
whole
why,
time?
Yeah, that's
She
why my
pays for all
Alexa
my
made
kids.
the porn joke.
Alright.
Oh,
So,
amazing.
my request, because we had a lot of RP today, is
Mhm.
that we just say that they gambled the night away, sharpening their skills. A lot of credits back and forth for everyone. And we will, I will shift us to the planet so all of you arrive, and we will start with all of you on planet next time. And give you all opportunities if you want to go digging for fancy outfits. You guys can go digging for fancy outfits. But you all spend a week in space, traveling to the inner rim. You do not run out of fuel. The Paramount had plenty of fuel to give you. You all do run out of black pepper for your food. Some of you don't
Damn
use
it,
it
I
too much,
almost said
some of
that.
you do. So some of you are not too happy. However, you make it all the way to Bilbringy, an inner rim world that, as you approach and are kind of viewing it, you see that it is kind of highlighted against the dark expanse of space by massive shipyards that are on the other side of the planet from where you are. And as Marcy slowly lowers into the atmosphere of Bilbringy itself, you find that, at least on the side that you are on, it is a planet that is not unlike Earth above table, with large continents and vast kind of swaths of water that are all pristine, surprisingly pristine for a planet that does have very clear mass manufacturing on the other side of it. And as you kind of lower towards the continent, you can see that in general the planet is set up where there are a handful of very large cities with huge swaths of jungle in between. And as you follow the coordinates that were given for the casino, where is it? Yeah. You head towards a city that is kind of perched right beside a large mountain range. The architecture very carefully built into the side and along the valley out front. So portions of the city sit on very flat expanses, and others are built into these kind of spire-shaped rock outcroppings going up the side of the mountains. And as Marcy brings you all to land in the spaceport of this city, you can see that there are a handful of large buildings kind of central to the city that are skyscrapers, dozens of stories high. And right as you pass by one of them, heading towards the spaceport, you see flashing bright in a kind of neon sign, the Heather Hotel and Casino. And as you kind of look out, strain over the edge of the viewport, look down, you can see that this building is at least 30 stories tall, if not taller, and has a massive kind of pyramid shape to it. And off to one side is a huge racetrack that has all of the flashing lights and neons of a casino betting racetrack. And you all move past it to the spaceport land. And that is where we will end it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Excited.